Welcome back, guys. This is a 3v3 match. I command the Iroquois Indians, and my allies command the Prussians and the Americans. This was a real weird match I had in the glorious name of Red Haria, as you can see. So yeah, I'm just looking around, nothing special. I'm gonna start fast forwarding it here soon, so we can get to the action and whatnot. Actually, I'm just gonna cut it. But yeah, point is, it turns out conquering America ain't going exactly as planned, and I have to get back to the modern age before I get hunted down and killed by redhead hunters in the past. So as you can see, the Americans in the middle spammed long riflemen, and they're trying to act like we're morons by luring us into an ambush, which ain't gonna happen. And on the other side, the other enemy's American side, they spammed nothing but cavalry. Who the hell got this idea? Like, seriously. You know, I was speechless when I saw this. Their other ally, the Marathans, he's decent. He got some, you know, he got a build that ain't some weird ass spam thing, but you know, you have to feel sorry for him, sort of, that his allies did this to him. And the cavalry guy goes in full force in the first few minutes of the game. It's like, what? So yes. It doesn't matter though. The thralls of the Red Harian army and my allies cut them down. I had to make some allies in this time because I was weak. I didn't have enough souls to power my red-headed magics. So as you can see, the Americans come walking in, but then that eventually goes into a charge and they start heading towards my ally, who's an American player. Doesn't really matter though. The dragoons get cut down pretty damn fast by the units. I know that the American long riflemen ain't gonna do much, so I send in a few of my units to go help my buddy. Though I kinda freak out and I don't do much here because I'm worried about friendly fire and if I'm gonna damage my buddy too. So yeah. Have you guys ever eaten a baby? It tastes very good. Especially if you put barbecue sauce on them and you bake them in an oven or something. It's really awesome. Red power. So yes, you can see the glorious chaos in this war as multiple people die before the Red Harian combined forces and its allies. Nothing much here but an overview of the map, as you can see. You just gotta love the chaos in this game. So eventually, after watching this guy pound on my buddy for a while, I get this bright idea, well hell, instead of using my missiles, I'm just gonna send in my lancers. So, I'm gonna start charging in, but then I think, oh, why attack from the side if I can get them from the rear? So I start moving my units towards their backside. Well, they're not paying much attention because they're too preoccupied fighting the other American forces. And they don't even know what's gonna hit them. They're gonna get skewered and their souls will be absorbed into the glorious Red Harian war machine. Collect me my soul's minions, for soon we shall gain enough power to travel back into our present time where we belong. Well, I belong, you guys don't. I hate to say it, but most of you are gonna die. Red power. So getting bored after fighting off that horde of cavalry, the long rifleman guest spammer still hasn't moved an inch. So I look over at my Prussian ally and see how he's doing against the Marathans. He's doing alright, I guess. His well-being does not matter to me though, because I am just collecting souls for my red-headed magics. So he starts moving in his one units of riflemen, but I know he has many others hidden. And I will not walk foolishly into such a trap. Even though my thralls are worthless, I need them to gather enough souls to power the glorious TheRedHeadGamer magic.
Close the shooting range!
So as you can see, they start opening rounds into my men, and then they retreat, trying to lead me into such a pathetic ambush, but my American ally gets together some of his cavalry and charges towards them. So the Americans didn't rout as my American ally pulled away his troops, so I just proceed to start moving up all my Indian troops in order to take more ground. So knowing this, I start moving some of my musketmen on my left side towards my Prussian ally, so I could possibly pick off some cavalry who are trying to charge him on his right side.
Understood.
So I just stare at my American ally for a little, not my American ally, my American enemy for a little bit, looking all awesome, because he knows his souls are now forfeit to the glorious armies of TheRedHeadGamer and its allies. So eventually, I just keep moving up my troops, doing nothing, really. Red power. Also, if you've killed a baby before, I want you to post a video of you killing a baby. Okay, not really. Don't kill a baby. That's my job. Red power. But anyway, as you can see, I'm doing nothing. This was so boring. But who cares? So, I got this bright idea that I would lure out their long riflemen by sending in some cavalry. They'd be fodder anyway, just get them shot up, hopefully retreat them if I could, but I wasn't able to, so as you can see they get eaten up pretty damn badly. Yeah. Ow. That is horrible. I think he killed every single one of them too, which is even worse. But it doesn't matter, because their souls are still forfeits, and the glorious armies of Red Haria shall get what we want, which is their souls. So yeah, nothing was really happening here, so I fast forwarded it a little bit, so there would, till the point there would actually be some action. So yeah. I want to rip open a baby's skull, take out its brains, put it in the oven and make a cake. Well, pie actually. Pie's better. Especially if you make the crust out of dead baby skins. Oh, it's so good. The filling ain't bad either if it's made out of babies. The intestines taste exactly like cherries. So he opens up on my musketmen. Because he has superior range, I try to draw him out their rain of fire. And while they're reloading, I send in my warrior society. Also on their side, I have my hidden units at the side open up on the Marathans as cavalry as they charge my Prussian ally. But then as they die, we collect more souls. Oh man, where's the soul meter when you need it? So yes, glorious war and conquest of the Red Haria Empire and its allies. So yes, the army start charging in. But then I realize he's just trying to pull me into his other buddies. So I charge his other riflemen. So that hopefully they won't shoot at me and open up on their own buddies. So as you can see, my men are superior at melee. I am just beating the crap out of them. I don't really think this American player is really experienced. He spams long riflemen, and he even tried to go up against the melee unit with the long rifleman in melee. He charges me from the rear, thinking that he has some sort of advantage here, even though that's what I've been trying to do, and now my men are simply going to eat him alive. So yes, glory for the armies of Red Haria. For this enemy, did something foolish, and now his men have paid a price. And so will his allies. Their little coalition of anti-Haria will not succeed, for we are victorious. Well, in this part of the battle anyway. Let's see what happens next time. Well, still going naked. So yes, while I was paying attention to my units and charging them, my American ally got some cavalry around from behind, and they charge into the Americans, who are obviously unable to fight in melee. So now, outnumbered and out-meleeed, and no longer able to use their range advantage, they are destroyed horribly in a glorious display of fire and melee. Look at the glorious battles happened before your eyes. Ah, butchering. And they attempt to run away again, but my warrior societies who were running towards their line flanks them and proceeds to beat the crap out of them. Also, I wasn't paying attention to my cavalry unit, and they got caught up in the whole spikes, but luckily they were gunmen, so they could just shoot them without really taking much damage. So basically, our units just start pushing towards from their left flank and pushing them to the right. I have some bowmen stationed, and my American ally has his unit stationed over here. So as they get pushed to the right, they get pushed into a killing field, where the Indians simply open up on them with the arrows, while my American allies open up on them with their gunfire. So basically, the long riflemen are finished as they get pushed into this killing field, and you can see them die a horrible death, and their souls being absorbed into the glorious Redharian magic circle. For soon, once we gather enough souls, the ritual will be complete, and we will arrive back in the present time. My Prussian ally is holding out against the Marathans, and now knowing that the cavalry and the long riflemen are finished, my American ally and me start sending in our units to assist him. And once the Marathans fall, I will have collected enough souls to send myself into the future, back into the present time. Fighting. Have nothing on the Redharian alliance. Marathans once again try to take out my Prussian ally with some elephants, but they open up on the elephants before they can do any real damage and take them on in melee. Meanwhile, my lancers charge into the last remaining few of the Marathan troops and crushing them, routing them, killing them, and absorbing their souls. And with this, I have gained enough power to go into the future. What you do not see on the screen, though, is my troops continue their bloody massacre. Red power. Obviously, since this is a replay, the names are changed up, but I was the Iroquois, Viking, PS Viking was the Prussians, and Coldfire, yeah, I think he was the Americans. Yeah. So as you can see, victory has become ours, and the Redharian Alliance. Red power, my brothers, for victory is ours. So yes, here I am, back in the present. Well, it didn't exactly go completely as planned, but at least the revolution was able to fight off and collect some souls. Unfortunately, I had to waste those souls in the ritual to come back to the present. So, well, back to the drawing board. Red power, my brothers, for soon our time shall come, and the glorious prophet Redharia shall take his place. Red power.